What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Brandon back, and today we're talking about CPU mining. A lot of people overlook this, but especially if you have a gaming rig or you have a workstation computer that's got, either a lot of cores, a lot of threads, a lot of L3 cache, all those kind of things help out with CPU mining. And primarily the coin most people refer to when mining on CPUs is Monero. And that's because Monero has kind of been the CPU coin for a while. You could mine it on graphics cards back in the day. A couple ASICs came back on, but then Monero constantly keeps changing their algorithm to keep it ASIC resistant. And this last time they changed it, they actually made it GPU resistant too. So right now, technically, I think the only things that can mine Monero are CPUs. There are a lot of CPUs out there, and there's actually some really good source material on hashrates.com, and you click on the CPU list so you can actually see what your CPU does and how much it can make a month. What I'm going to be showing you guys today is two CPUs that I have. It's the current CPU that's in my main system, and then I'm actually upgrading that CPU to hopefully make a little bit more hash, have a little bit more horsepower, and maybe make a little bit more money. That's kind of the one thing that I look at is having a faster, better, bigger CPU. It's good while you use it, and then when you're not using it, you can mine on it and make a little bit of money. Same with graphics cards. So just follow along. Let me show you guys what I currently have. All right, and a lot of people are probably going to ask me, why am I recording with my camera? Mining on your CPU while you try to live stream or screen record kills your hash rate and kills your profitability. Just moving my mouse actually made my hash rate go down a little bit. So the CPU mining, it uses 100% of your CPU. So if we go over to devices right here, I am currently mining on an i7 5820K. That is a 6-core, 12-thread. It's getting, it just had it a second ago. It's mining at, there it is, 2.9 kilohash. So pretty good hash rate there. Almost 20 cents a day. It's 19. There it goes. About 20 cents a day. So not bad at all in my opinion. I wouldn't be upset to let that bad boy run. We just broke over 3 kilohash. Mine does have a slight overclock. This is a factory 3.3 to 3.6 gigahertz. I have it overclocked to 3.9, I believe it was. Nothing too crazy, but I do have a new CPU. It is inside this box. It's new to me. It's actually a used CPU, but it's a XEON chip that's actually got 12 cores and 24 threads, and hopefully that's going to bring up my multitasking ability and also bring up my hash rates. Later on, I'm interested in doing the mod because this is a V3, it's an E5 V3 chip. From the Xeon class, so they're really low clock speed, but you can mod them and get them to full core, all core turbo. So we'll get into that later. This is just about the CPU mining for right now. But yeah, let me, I guess I'll pull my system apart. Oh, sorry about that. I'll pull my system apart and get that chip in there. Alright, so I have the old i7 5820K 6-core 12-thread, and then we are putting in this, if the camera will focus, Xeon 2670 V3. So this chip has 12 cores and 24 threads. In theory, double the cores and threads, but this is clocked out lower. So since Xeon chips are meant to be running servers and not necessarily gaming, they don't need the high clock speed, and that's why a lot of people avoided these for gaming. Because, and also they were really expensive, but they've become a lot more reasonable now that people are starting to pull them out of data farms and servers and that kind of thing. I picked this up for 70 bucks on eBay. 12 cores, 24 threads for 60, 70 bucks is hard to beat even after shipped. So as long as we can mod it and get the clock speed up a little bit more, or I don't know exactly, I don't know, mod it, I guess that's the right term, then I should still be able to actually game on it also. So other than that, let's keep this rolling. Alright, so this is my mess of a system. I currently have a 120 Cooler Master water AIO cooler. I'm going to be pulling that bad boy off, and hopefully it will keep this Xeon cooled off enough even when I do the all-core mod. But if I do need to, I could always put a bigger water cooler up in the top. That is one thing to note. Mining on a CPU definitely will get the temperatures up there. So if you're not, depending on what chip you have, you may need to upgrade your cooling capacity. And sorry about all my wires mess in this thing. Alright guys, we have the XEON up and mining. So I was messing with the core clocks and it looks like it keeps defaulting to 2.6 gigahertz. It will not let me lock all cores past 2.6. Some quick Googling told me I have to apply the mod for it to be able to raise that up higher than that. But looking at my core voltage, all the cores are running at about 0.8. So I have a lot of voltage left to push. It looks like a lot of people were saying the Xeons are safe up to 1.15 range. This chip should be able to get into the mid threes, 3.4, 3.5. What in the world's going on with my focus? Hold on. There we are. At 2.6, the cores are running. Wow, man, my focus is just horrible. Okay, there we are. All the cores are running ice cold, not even 40C, so all 12 cores. We picked up about 10 cents a day. This chip is doing 30 cents a day. So if we did some rough math here, not including electric, we'll just bring up the calculator. This cost me $70, and we'll divide it by 0.30. So it's going to take 233 days to ROI if it makes 30 cents a day, and that's actually, anytime I use it, it actually goes down because processing power. So this chip would take quite a while to ROI. It's definitely not worth it for buying to ROI on, but I'm hoping I can use this for some video editing and just some daily computing tasks. Obviously, I'm going to need to get that clock speed up. When I get that clock speed up, I should gain a little bit more hash rate, so a little bit more money. And I'll do a follow-up video on that. I am not able. I was trying to look up the BIOS mod that I need for this CPU, and it is buried in forums because these things are from like 2014, 2015 era. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna do a follow-up video, and yeah, if you guys are interested in these things, they're all over eBay. I'm running this on an X99 motherboard for reference, by the way. I'm not running it on a server motherboard. All right, guys, have a good one. Later. Adios.